guys, I'm Danielle from Eatnmess and today we're going to be making heart geodes. So everyone always says to me at the shop, how do you make these? Do you basically like chisel them out and make them really cool? I was like, no, I have a mould. So what I've prepped beforehand is I prepped my chocolate cake mixture that's going to go inside. If you want to learn how to make that, in one of my other videos I've got how to make cake pops, and there's a tutorial in there of how to make the filling. So I've got that all ready in my piping bag here ready, and it's all nice and squishy. So the next thing we're going to be doing is, well, I've pre-melted my chocolate. We have white chocolate colettes in here, and we have melted these down on low on the microwave, and then we have now coloured it. So when I'm colouring the white chocolate, I've obviously already got it coloured here, I use Colour Mill. It is the best for colouring chocolate. It's oil-based, never use anything else apart from oil-based colouring. So there's so many different brands you can use, but Colour Mill is the best. Give it a good shake before you use it though, because it is oil-based. We have colour at the bottom and oil on the top, so it needs to be shaked before you use it. So we have our white chocolate prepped. Nice and melted to a good consistency, not too hot, and all that jazz. So I'm going to pop this here. Okay, we have our mould ready here. If there's any bits of lint and fluff, just use a bit of lemon juice and a bit of sort of blue roll kitchen paper just to wipe the insides, just to make it nice and clean. The lemon juice just gets rid of any sort of fat and particles in your mould, and also to make it nice and shiny. So we're going to drop some chocolate into our moulds. So literally get a little spoon, just drop it in there, not lots, literally. You're better off doing less rather than more, because you can always add more in. Like for instance that one, I know I'm going to need a little bit more because it's a little bit more awkward to take it out. That's about half a spoon's worth into each one. So now we're going to use just a flat brush, okay? So we're going to use this to drag the chocolate up the sides of the moulds. What I do is, just to make things really quick, because I'm all about being quick in the bakery, literally swish this around, like that. Swish it around. Again, don't worry about it being messy, it's okay. Swish it around like so. Swish, 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 swish. Okay, like that, like that, like that. Nice and swishy. Okay, and now we're going to make sure our mould is fully covered. Okay, so this bit isn't the fancy part, okay? So I need to kind of get down and sort of see where the mould is missing. I don't know if you guys can see. So on the sides of the mould, you can see I'm kind of been quite patchy. There's loads of patches there I've missed. So you're going to drag the chocolate up to the edges. It's okay to overlap, it's not a problem. So that one's done. Just going to literally swish it up. Any patches that are filled, it's fine if you've got some bits that look a bit thin, that's fine, because we're going to do another layer. So this is like a 2-layer before we add the filling, okay? So that is pretty much done. I'm happy with that. Next thing you do before you put it in the fridge, always tap it. So literally just drop it on the counter with great force. This removes any air bubbles in the chocolate and also settles it. So where we've kind of swished it around, it's all kind of uneven. It's settled it so it's nice and level. There we go, and that's nice and settled. Okay, we're going to pop this in the fridge. So again, we've got a baking tray here. Pop it on the baking tray and we're going to put it in the fridge. Okay, so we've got them out of the fridge and they are set to touch, so you can touch them and no chocolate comes off in your hands. So we're going to now brush chocolate as a second layer into the moulds. So this is to create security for what's inside, so you don't see what's inside. So anything that looks quite thin where you can see the mould through it, just make sure that's fully covered up. And we want to make sure all our edges are covered up as well. Again, we can be messy with this. So literally plop it in there and literally dump it on. So I'm just going to plop quite a lot amount. This is a little bit more messy, this one. So I'm going to do that one at a time. Don't just dump chocolate in there and come back to it. Because it's cold, it will seize whatever's in there. So I'm literally just going to layer it up quite thick. So the weak points on a heart geode are always the angular bits. So for instance, the tip, where I'm brushing now, and also the middle, because the middle dips in a little bit. This middle bit here is a kind of sensitive area. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm literally gonna, again, don't worry about being messy. This bit does get a bit messy. Just shove it in and then go over all the areas. So I'm literally just gonna see, I'm missing some bits there. Just make sure we haven't missed any bits. There's no bits that look a bit thin and all our edges are covered. That's fine. So now I'm going to put it in the fridge for its second set and then we can fill it. So it doesn't need long, just till it's again set to touch, isn't squidgy to touch, okay? You don't want to set it too far. If you go too far, this next stage of slicing all the excess chocolate off the mould will become really difficult. So literally just set to touch. I reckon about 10 minutes. And just like that, they're ready. So now I'm going to trim off the excess of the moulds. They're nice and neat. So using this knife, so if anyone's ever watched my other YouTube videos, this is kind of knife I use, just a really clean, straight knife. So put the knife flat against the geodes and literally go around the geode and scrape it all off. So I go around each one. Just a very gentle back and forth movement. Going around the edges like that. I'm just scraping off the excess. Okay, I may have just indented the mould very slightly, but it's okay. You can always hide mistakes. Cool. So let's put them to one side. So you'll see all the gunky bits are inside. So just shake it off and then shake it off. Okay, and what you can do is you can get a dry paintbrush and scoop all the bits out, but to be honest, I haven't got many bits in there, I'm not going to worry about that. So next we're going to fill the moulds. So I've got my chocolate mixture ready here, and you can make a vanilla, chocolate, lemon, whatever you fancy, base mix. Okay, cool. There's already my piping bag, so I'm going to pipe it in. So you don't go too overkill on this, less is more on this one, so literally just pipe in. I mean, it looks like the tiniest amount, but trust me, you don't want too much. So I'm just following the line of the heart, going back and forth, like so. I like using chocolate on the geodes just because it sets quicker, and if I haven't got much time, putting it in the fridge, because it's ganache based, it sets really quick. So the next thing I'm going to do is just get off any excess. So like I've done in my cake pops, you don't want it to be too raised on top. I'm just going to quickly clean my knife off with my handy little trusty wipes that I love. Obviously they're all food safe. Get rid of those. So we're just going to swipe off the excess again. Dump jar is very handy for this. So we're literally just going to go against, again, we don't want to indent into the cake mixture. We just want to scrape, follow the line, the top line of the geode. To be honest, actually, I get away with a little bit more. So I'm just going to dot a little bit more. And you know what? I can always scrape it out. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, there we go. Right, let's go again. Clean our knife. Again, if you get anything on the mould, on the outside of the mould, it's not a problem because you're not going to see that. That's not the part you're turning out, so it's not a problem. Just make sure those edges are nice and clean and you can see that chocolate line, that lovely chocolate line that you've created. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'm just going to quickly set this in the fridge. It won't take long to set, like 5 minutes. I'm going to put it in the fridge. Boop. Okay, so they've set in the fridge and they're now set. So we're going to use our cake mixture? No, the white chocolate mixture from earlier on. If it needs again to be put in the microwave or on the bain-marie, put it back in again because you don't want to use hard chocolate on these. So we're going to literally pour it over the mould now, okay? So just going to pour over the top. And don't put too much. Now we're going to use our angled palette knife. So we're literally going to spread it back and forth over the mould just to make sure it's all filled in quite gently. We're just going to fill in all the gaps. So we're just going to push it. Chocolate, whenever I've done chocolate before, it always has a tendency to pick up a tiny bit on the underside. Vanilla doesn't really at all. Just want to make sure all those gaps are filled in. And any ones that have got too much on it, you can pull it through to the next one that hasn't got enough on it. So literally pull this over here. If you need some more, put some more on. Don't be afraid to put some more on, it's fine. But we're going to need our handy junk jar again, which I will need to fetch. So, okay, so as you can see, some of the mixture has pulled up a little bit, but not a lot, it's fine. Like I say, it's the underside, it's important, but it's okay. It's okay to have a little bit. Okay, this last one just needs a little bit. I'm going to pull some from the excess of someone else's, and I'm just going to pull it over. And the same with this guy over here, he's not quite full. Okay, so our junk jar is here. So we're going to scrape into there. Okay, and now we're going to scrape off the excess. It doesn't matter if there's any excess on the parts of the mould that aren't the heart geodes, it's fine. But it is important that the excess isn't bubbling over the top of the geodes. We want to keep it nice and flat. So we're just going to scrape over. What I do is I get any excess off first, then I trim it up and make it nice and neat. So I'm literally just going to go over. Can I use a circular motion? So I kind of go like that, and I scoot it upwards. So I go around each heart like this. If you're finding it's setting quite quickly, move a bit quicker, basically, because you've kind of gone too far. You kind of can't go back. If in doubt, just go through the whole lot, scoot over it, and then we can trim it out with a knife later when you pop it out. It's okay. So there's always a remedy to rectify it. Okay, cool. So now I've got the majority of the excess off. I'm going to trim up any bits down here that are kind of thick. I'm literally going to use my angled palette knife like that. I'm going to go over it just to trim up the edges. Okay, a bit slower. It's going to take a little bit more time. These are quite time consuming, but they have the most amazing effect. So I'm just going to pull this jar here because, okay. I'm going to say take your time. It's not a problem. Just go around all the edges. So now what's happening is it's starting to set, so I'm just going to be really careful. And just use it, a bit like the knife, but not as severe. That's what we're achieving with this angled palette knife. And again, if we didn't have our junk jar, this would be piling up with white chocolate, which is not ideal. Okay, cool. So that is pretty much ready now to go in the fridge. So we're going to set it in the fridge and then we're going to pop them out. Okay, so they're out of the fridge and they are now set. So now we're going to pop them out of the moulds. So it's very simple. Literally just push from the underside. I usually push from the base and just pop them out, okay? And then usually I kind of lay them out, and you can, you know, dust over them with different colours, all that kind of stuff. You can have some real fun with these. So I'm just going to pop out 2 just to show you guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some luster snow, they call it, PME luster snow. So literally just dust it over the top, like so. This stuff goes everywhere, so be careful. Get a nice fluffy brush, again you get it from any old hardware paint store, and literally just go over it like so in a circular motion. And you can use any excess to drag up onto the sides of the geode. Okay, and that is literally it. We can pop those just there and on there. Done. Ready to go. Store in the fridge. Lasts up to 2 weeks. Done. Finished.